Peace, love, light, wisdom, guidance, blessings, and discernment. Beautiful souls in this world. Kaya done know we are not of this world. Y'all, I know y'all like, girl, you so smiley. God is so good. God is so good, y'all. And I just want to say we did make it back safely back to Florida. Man, when I tell you it's always something, but God always show up. Nevertheless, there was a accident, a crash, I think while we were coming right out of Georgia, and the traffic was like backed all the way up, and it wasn't a moving traffic, it was literally a still stopping traffic. And so we were in that traffic for 3 hours. Let me specify for Americans, because like when I say 3, y'all think I'm saying 2 for some reason. 3, okay, 3 hours we were in that traffic. All right. And so you know how like when you're in traffic, a lot of people, like your average person, turns to like frustration, fatigue, aggravation, anger, all these things. And I mean, I get it, okay, trust me, and I pretend I get it, but I just utilize that time to really get into the presence of God and just reflect on the week that just, you know, transpired while we were in North Carolina. And I'm telling you, I've said this before in the podcast, when you look back in hindsight, you will always see, the camera might be a little crooked, y'all, because of this thing, but when you look back in hindsight, you will always see the goodness of God that you missed while you were in that moment. Okay, I noticed that I might have missed a couple moments where God really showed his grace and his mercy, but because I look back in hindsight and just reflected on this past week, I seen it, and it's so amazing when you see like how God, because God shows up for us every day, right? But when you see the how, like when you look back, you see how he did it and the strategic, detailed way that he did it. Oh my goodness. You can't do nothing but just give him more glory, pantapa glory, okay? And so I just utilize that time to like really reflect and then give him praise and give him glory and all these things. And then not to mention coming back to Florida, I'm not gonna spill the beans, but I just got I could cry right now, y'all. And I just got some beautiful news, okay? Very beautiful news within my family that I'm just in awe about, because I know what God has been doing and transpiring and allowing to happen within, you know, certain aspects of my family. And just to see this news, hear this news, it's just like, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to say that God is amazing, and when you really lean on him, I'm gonna let y'all, I know y'all like, what's the news? I'm gonna let y'all know, okay, when the time is right, and it will be actually very soon, okay? Let me emphasize that it will be very soon. But yeah, y'all, you have to pay attention. God has been speaking to me for a while now about paying attention to the schemes and the tactics of the enemy, and paying attention to the grace of God. When he's giving you his favor, when he's showing his grace, when he's pouring out his spirit on you, you have to pay attention, because you can miss it. You will literally miss it. And if you miss it, there's no going back to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just about comprehending where you're at, what you've missed, what you've done, where you are now, and how to move forward. There's no, you know, going backwards. There's no going backwards when it comes to God. All right. And those of you that has been walking with Christ for a while and has been reflecting and doing all these things, self-evaluating and all these things, you will come into agreement with me and you know, understand what I try to say right now. Like, there's no going backwards when it comes to God. When it came to Lot, and when they told Lot to take up his wife and his daughters and leave and do not look back, his wife looked back. There's no looking back. You're not supposed to look back. His wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. Okay, God is never telling us to look backwards. Okay, it might seem like, oh, God made me look. No. There's a purpose. If God ever had you to reflect on something that already transpired, there's a purpose. There's something that you might have missed and you need to see. All right, hence what we were talking about in the beginning of this video. Right, there might be there not might there is a purpose and a reason. Whether you miss something, whether you almost walked away and out of your purpose, whatever the case may be, but God is never telling us to go backwards. God is never telling us to go backwards. So I encourage you today to just reflect, whether it was the last week, like it was for me in that moment, whether it's in this last year that transpired. I don't know if anything catastrophic happened for you, like me. My mom, the only person that I ever really knew, and my mom transitioned. She's not here with me anymore in the natural. I can't call her. I can't give her a hug. I can't hear her beautiful voice and her crazy laugh. You know what I'm saying? I can't anymore. That's catastrophic for me. And so a lot of us has been through some catastrophic situations and trials and tribulations, and God is saying, reflect back so you can see my hand in what you couldn't see in the moment, because in the moment you were too depressed, in the moment you were too sad, in the moment you were too distracted by what the world is showing you. So God is saying, reflect back now, whether it was the last 5 years, the last decade, reflect now. And let God show you his wonders. Let him show you the miracles and wonders that he's been pouring into your life, into the people connected to you, into the atmosphere and environments that you're attached to. My God. I love you guys so much. And don't worry, I'm going to share with you the news, okay? Stop bugging me about it. I'm going to share with y'all the news. Like I said, it's actually very sooner than I even let on. Then listen, just stay tuned. This is for you to stay tuned now, okay? But other than that, I love you guys. Make sure you stay tuned. Like I said, the Moving Monday that did not release properly this past week, it will be releasing this Monday coming, December the 12th. Okay, at 5:45 a.m. Go to the website. It's going to be in the description below. All right, and make sure you stay tuned on that site as well, because you will know and see the new time frame that we will be going live. Okay, bless up on yourself. I love you guys so much. Oh my God, God is just so good, and I want y'all to like witness and see his goodness in your life. Okay, not just mine, but in yours. I love you. You're done with the thing already. Cool, baby. Day.